Hey everyone, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs from me is Tad. Hey Tad, how's it going?
It's been a week.
Has it?
It has.
You've been doing a lot of
It
recording
has.
for this podcast this week.
Yeah, no, there's been lots of recording and stuff, but I just meant like in the world,
Oh, yeah.
and things are escalating in Israel, Palestine. We had another white right wing nut job decide that he needed to take out his anger at the world with
Have they
his
caught him yet?
AR-15. No, they've found him with a self-inflicted gunshot wound,
Oh,
which
I
is
didn't hear
like
that part.
what was completely predictable
Was that today?
because it was, I think, last night.
Okay,
Um, I woke up knowing that he'd been found dead.
sure. In that
I
building
was
that they
pretty
were
certain that was
swarming.
how it was going to work, how it was going to happen anyway. Just because that's the one thing these people have in common. They're suicidal,
They're cowards.
whether it's suicide by cop or you know, in general, people don't open fire like this intending to walk away.
Right.
Um, which is why the whole idea that, more guns would deter them is completely missing the point.
Right. Exactly.
That,
Hmm.
that their goal is to die and take as many people with them as they can.
Yeah.
But but the first part is to die.
They
You
just do it
know,
backwards.
the idea that they're going to die isn't going to stop them from doing it.
Right.
It might make them plan more to try to arrange it, but the more things we do to try to prevent this sort of thing that don't involve making it harder to get guns, the more planning they'll do to work around the things that we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
mean, like every school shooting for the last decade has involved somebody who already knew the lockdown procedures.
Right.
And more times than not, they use the lockdown procedures in their planning.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the answer is when the school
I
shooters are
do.
former
Get rid of the
students. Yeah, get
guns.
rid of the guns. You're right. But I mean, like, right now
I mean,
there's.
that's
Right,
how it works for all of the other nations.
I agree with you 100%. I don't know how to get us there.
I mean, we keep hearing people talk about, um, oh, it's a mental health issue. So you're saying that the United States has greater mental health issues than any other nation in the world. If that's true, why don't we spend more money on mental health than any other issue?
No, I agree.
Did you freeze or did I freeze?
It
There
says
you
my
are.
internet connection is unstable. I just got a message. It's my internet connection
Okay.
is
Well,
unstable. It says
hopefully
so.
everything will work out fine.
Yeah, we're still going. We're still on. So
Okay. Well, then we
so
should move forward.
move forward. Yep.
um, the chair has been filled.
Oh my God.
We have a Speaker of the House.
I suppose.
I'm pretty certain that either the people who wouldn't vote for Jim Jordan just literally didn't know who he was and
Right.
figured if they didn't know who he was, then what's the big deal? Or they were convinced that the American people didn't know who he was, and it didn't occur to them that like the Democrats were going to waste absolutely no time in making certain these American people learned who he was.
Right.
I mean, he's the embodiment of like the worst polling issues of the entire Republican Party. Whatever issue it is, his stance is like the absolute worst polling stance.
I know.
Um,
Oh yeah.
which means we got a year plus of possible nightmare of him being a speaker, but it just put, at least a dozen seats relatively least certainly whether the Democrats are going to take because they'll just have to run on you. Don't this guy, you've got the power to change. Or you don't want him to be speaker.
Tad, am I frozen on your end? I'm going to pause this here real quick.
Oh,
hey,
okay.
Sorry about that. We had a little pause in the recording.
When did you pause the recording?
I paused the recording. You were still
technical difficulties.
Yeah, you were still talking about the chair. You hadn't gone on to new to order yet.
Yeah, well, we're going to go on to new to order anyway because I don't want to talk about the chair anymore.
Perfect.
Go learn about Mike Johnson from Louisiana. You won't like what you learn.
No, he's trying to bring Christian nationalism to the forefront of our politics.
But politely. He doesn't call people names.
No.
Or yell.
He doesn't. He's very calm.
That's why he's supposed to be better than Jim Jordan.
True.
Anyway, new to order. Initial orders are due November 18th on Acid Chimp versus Business Dog, a crossover between Billionaire Island and the My Bad from Mark Russell, Bryce Ingman, Peter Krause, and Steve Pugh. This just looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out.
And Business Dog. I didn't even read the description. I don't care. Acid Chimp and Business Dog. That's all I need.
Yeah, that's a great title.
Blue Book. Blue Book 1947. The James Tynion, Michael Avon Oeming. True stories of possible alien abductions.
Yeah, I really liked the initial series. The initial run of it was pretty good.
Yeah. If you find this, I'm Already Dead from Matt Kint and Dan McDade, which just again, it just looks cool. Jill and the Killers. I forget why this looked cool, but it looks cool
because it's out from Oni Press.
Oh, wait a minute! Yeah, it is from Oni Press, but I think it's actually, if I recall correctly, and I might go look more later, but it's like the premise is people get like they can get these monthly boxes in the mail that are like true crime boxes with like unsolved murder type stuff that they're supposed to try to solve.
Right.
Only they got a box or Jill got a box that like is a little too close to home.
Okay. Yeah, that does sound cool.
So yeah, that looks cool. Yeah. Kill All Immortals. I want to say it's about God killing and stuff, but again, doesn't matter. Zach Kaplan's awesome. He's reached that point where Zach Kaplan, I'm on board.
Exactly.
Lilo and Stitch.
Greg Pak.
I love Lilo and Stitch to begin with, but yeah, Greg Pak writing Lilo and Stitch, count me in.
Yeah.
Moon Man #1. This is part of the Massive Verse. You know, Kyle Higgins' Massive Verse, but it's got Kid Cudi, the musician, writing with David F. Walker.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see how that goes. Pine and Merrimack from Kyle Starks and Fran Gallen. Again, wherever Kyle Stark goes, I'm pretty much on board. Power Pack, Into the Storm. Louise Simonson doing another Power Pack tale. I think we read a couple of those in all of the Marvels.
Yeah, we did. And yeah, I really like her writing, Louise
Men
Simonson.
of a Certain Age, and I'm of that age. Read Simonson on Power Pack and you know, realize how incredible of a comic it was, even though it was way too overlooked at the time, except by men of a certain age,
right,
who were much younger when it was coming out. Sunshine Patriot from Howard Chaykin, looking at early Hollywood westerns. The Weatherman, Volume 3, Jody LaHupp and Nathan Fox. I don't even entirely know how to describe The Weatherman, but I loved the first two volumes. It's kind of a future dystopic type thing
Yeah.
with a lot of humor. Um, so I'm looking forward to the final arc of that story. And then this has been mentioned before, and it will be mentioned again because you can still kickstart the hardcover, but they will start releasing single issues of Zorro, Man of the Dead, from John Gordon Murphy in January of 2010. New to order now. Some great collections available. You've got the Deadly Class Compendium, so you can get it all in one big volume.
Mm-hmm.
That'll come out in January. Godfell, Christopher Sabella, Ben Hennessy, and Balt. Hypericum, which again, I should have left more of my tabs open, and I didn't. We've got a month to look more into these, so
Yeah.
I'll give better descriptions throughout the month.
As we get closer, they'll get better.
Right. Well, or I'll choose different ones to look at in any given week. From Manuel Fior from Graphics. In Utero, Chris Gooch, IDW. K is in Trouble, Gary Clement, Little Brown. I do remember this one. This one is like the kid that is always, is like the. I mean, it struck me in particularly because it reminds me of my wife a little. The totally polite, always does what he thinks he's supposed to be doing, et cetera, but somehow, and it wasn't clear from the description whether it's true that there's always somebody mad at him because he's done something wrong, or he just always feels like somebody's mad at him because he's done something wrong. But either way, I'm like, I gotta see what they do with this book, particularly because it is like a middle grade book. So I'm very interested in what might be being done here.
That sounds awesome. And that's K is in Trouble?
K is in Trouble.
Okay.
Click, click, boom. Collected. Doug Wagner, Doug Dabbs from Image. Luna and the Special Knight. Emanuela Milleri, Scout. Again, I know it caught my eye, but I can't remember why right now. Lunar New Year Love Story from Jean Luen Yang and Lee Ewan Pham from First Second. I love me a romantic comedy. I love me Jean Luen Yang.
Perfect.
I don't know what else there is to say.
Right.
The Osamu Tezuka story, a life in manga and anime from Toshio Ban and Tezuka Productions from Stonebridge Press. So we've seen this for a lot of. We've seen this for like Jack Kirby and Stan Lee recently. There are obviously lots of great comics biographies for people outside of comics.
Mm-hmm.
Osamu Tezuka is like the grandfather of manga. He did Astro Boy. He did all sorts of great stuff. And it's like the manga biography. So I'm like all in. I know you're looking forward to this as much as I am, though we have the single issues.
Yeah. I might buy
Tiamati Usagi Yojimbo, Where When, Stan Sakai.
I might buy it and just read it all in one chunk.
There's a good chance I'll. Well, I don't know if I'll buy it or wait for it to be, because I have the big volume, so I might just wait for whatever the next compendium volume is.
Yeah.
That has it.
That includes it.
We'll see.
With your Usagi stuff, you mean?
Yeah. Tokyo These Days, Taiyo Matsumoto. Again, I don't remember specifically what the story was about, but Taiyo Matsumoto did Tekken Concrete, a couple of other just fantastic manga. So he's somebody that I tend to pay attention in general.
Right.
And when I read the description, I was into it. I read the description earlier this week, and there's been a lot going on this week.
Mm-hmm.
And then Won't Back Down is a collection put together by Trina Robbins, who's like cartoonist legend. I don't even remember everything she's done. She's one of the women of indie comics, and that I mean, everybody knows there are Crumb and they're Justin Green and that sort of thing, but there were a number of women doing comics then too, and Trina Robbins was one of them. And she's been putting together a lot of collections of various stuff, and this one is the one that they did for Planned Parenthood right after the Dobbs decision.
Okay.
So this is the in defense of Roe, etc.
Okay.
So
awesome.
And then we've got a couple final order cutoffs. I think actually, yeah, I think there's a good chance that both of us will be ordering all three of these because we got the Hellboy Winter Special.
Yep.
Masterpiece from Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev. And then when they sent you your stack of Santos Sisters, did they have any of issue 1 left?
Yeah. Yep. So I've got issue 1.
Okay. So you did get an issue 1.
Yep.
I have an issue 1 too, but there's a B cover on the third printing that they haven't shown yet, but I think I might just order the B cover sight unseen because they do cool cover stuff. Haven't decided yet. But anybody who hasn't gotten the first issue of the Santos Sisters, because it's been hard to at times, the third printing is due out in January, and the final order cutoff is November 6th.
I had no idea it was so scarce.
And then there's
to get the first issue.
I mean, they don't do huge print runs.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing bigger print runs as they go, but they're the indie darling.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah.
Cool. Kickstarters.
Then some Kickstarters worth mentioning. We already talked Zorro, Man of the Dead, Sean Gordon Murphy, Deathstalker / Tim Saley, Jim Terry, Stephen Kostansky. Got till November 10th. Sew Buttons Film School, the 13th of the Sew Buttons series from Jonathan Bayliss. It's kind of Jonathan writes like autobiographical stories and has various artists do them. He's actually excited on this one because this is kind of his model for doing this was Harvey Pekar in the American Splendor stories.
Right.
And this particular volume is going to have a couple of artists that did American Splendor stories doing stories for him. It also has a beautiful cover from 22 Panels regular Carl Christian Krumholtz.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be talking to Jonathan later this week.
Yeah, that's awesome. His Kickstarter is through November 16th. I just like to point out because that's my birthday. So so I just had to point it out.
Okay. So somebody should kickstart it for you, or you're going to kickstart it yourself?
I'm going to kickstart it myself because I'm really excited about it.
Buy yourself a birthday present.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's cool looking stuff. I mean, it's autobiocomics, so that sort of thing's not for everyone. But I've read enough of them through the years that, if you like autobiocomics, if you like old American Splendor comics, which were autobiocomics, that sort of thing, you'll like Sew Buttons. Sew Buttons is cool stuff. And then the Thorn Complete Proto Bone, Jeff Smith. You have until November 17th.
That's another one I'll be doing as well because that looks
good
really
looking
cool.
stuff.
That looks really cool.
Good looking stuff. Jeff Smith came out pretty well formed too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was lots of good stuff to go out in order.
Yeah,
lots of good stuff to go out in order. And this week has had so many great books, Tyler. So many amazing books that not only are none of our books the same.
No, I know. They're very different.
But two of the books on your list I haven't gotten to yet.
Okay.
One of them is literally the next one that I had loaded on my iPad to read, and I just didn't get to it before it was time to record.
Oh,
that's too bad. There have been that many good books this
Well,
week. This was a
out of
ridiculous week.
my 3 amazing new books this week. Number one was, and I'm guessing this is your next up for reading, is Black Hammer, The End, number 3.
No.
You,
I
oh,
read Black Hammer a long time ago.
okay, good. Because I didn't want to. I just love the artwork. The cover that I have.
Oh yeah.
Is like this Georgia O'Keeffe kind of looking one. It's a little like psychedelic Georgia O'Keeffe, if you can imagine that. And I just love it. Malachi Ward's artwork is just phenomenal. And yeah, this is a whole multiverse story. I don't know what you'd call them, elementals, I think they call them in the story, that are attacking Spiral City.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just awesome. I can't say enough about the Black Hammer universe, and we're going to do a deep dive into it and do
one day.
Yeah.
Soon, probably soon-ish.
After
but
Christmas,
not before
maybe.
the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not before the new year.
Yeah. We might start it as a 2024 thing.
Yeah.
And because I want to own them all in issue, I am going to be reading them all in issue and hunting them down in real time so that we can. I'm serious.
I have a lot of them in issue.
I do too. From Age
Not
of
as
Doom.
many as the early one.
See, that's what
I think before I go nuts to get all of the issues.
Yeah.
I want to have all of the hardcover library editions. They're beautiful.
Oh.
And I don't have all of them.
Didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
That'll probably be what I do. I'll take it as an excuse to buy the library editions.
How many of those are out right now? Because those are nice. I really like what Dark Horse does with those.
I think the third regular Black Hammer is coming soon. And I forget if they've got 4 or 5 World of Black Hammer.
Okay. Because you know what, another book, and this is totally off topic, but I just want to bring it up real quick because I just saw it on my shelf. Have you ever read Milk and Cheese?
Oh yeah.
We haven't
finished it because it's one that I can read like 10 pages at a time.
Yeah, it's dense,
Well, it's not just that it's dense, it's
packed. I mean,
and it has similar enough humor that after 10 pages or so, it's like, okay.
I get you.
Ready to read something different.
Gotcha. You can only take it in small doses.
I'm always happy to come back, but it's like, I think I actually, because it was originally like a weekly comic strip.
Yep.
I think it would have worked great as that, where you just had a new one every week. But reading them, I mean, that would actually be a cool feature if you ever. Maybe that's what we could do next year.
Sure.
We could add a segment where we read a Milk and Cheese together.
Oh yeah, that would
just
be
an episode.
That would be cool and make our way. Yeah.
If we're still interested in January, that's what we'll do.
All right,
we'll add the Milk and Cheese segment at the end of, and that'll give us an excuse to go get Dorkin too.
Yeah. Oh, I've got it, so I'm good to go. But my
I meant go.
Oh, get Evan for the show.
Come on the show.
Oh, I thought you meant go buy his work.
Yeah.
Well, my second pick, and I
both have it.
I can't believe this one didn't make my top pick, but Giant Robot Hellboy #1. But I like Black Hammer better. But
that is both not something that I've managed to read yet, or what's queued up next. I've got like 5 or 6 books that I'm going to read before that, even though it looks amazing.
It's cool. Hellboy is kidnapped.
I might not get to that until it's collected.
Okay. It's fair enough. It's a weird one-off thing. Or no, 1 of 3. Sorry.
And only because there's so many other good books coming out.
Mm-hmm. There's a ton.
Not because, I don't want to read it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I haven't gotten I'm behind on the Batman Catwoman war.
Oh,
I have like 3 issues of the Batwoman Catwoman war to read.
yeah. That would be why you've got so much.
I didn't get to Detective Comics yet.
Yeah.
Right. You know.
Well, if Hellboy being kidnapped
I'm probably
and hooked
a
up to
month
a
behind
giant
on Star
mecha
Wars books.
Hellboy. If Hellboy turning into a giant Hellboy robot interests you, read it out of order. Just pick it up and read it. It's really good. It's a fun Hellboy story.
Oh yeah. No, I dig it. I dig it, but I have a tendency to binge Hellboy anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what'll happen.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll manage to read it when it's coming out, or if it's going to be one of those, I'll suddenly have a week with not a lot to read and go, I'm going to read a bunch of Hellboy.
Yeah.
Because that's how I normally read Hellboy.
Mm-hmm.
Hellboy is another one that we should take a deep dive into at some point, if for no other reason, so that I have an excuse to read the stuff that I haven't read.
Oh, for sure. And it would give me a chance, or not a chance, a reason to go back and reread it,
Yeah.
And my third pick this week,
or we should do the McNeiliverse book club.
That would be good.
Separate from the episode. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Things to think about.
Yeah.
As we expand our empire and give John and my mom more things to listen to.
My third pick is Kill More, number 2, Scott Bryan Wilson. If you remember our episode with him,
that's the one that I have lined up for next.
You should read it because they're trying to figure out how.
And I can't believe that I have it lined up for next because I loved issue 1.
Yeah, issue 1 had that old lady on the cover. Remember, it was so fun.
Yeah,
this is just a fun book.
I loved issue 1.
Issue 2 is even better. They're trying to figure out how many killers are out there now.
Well, then I know what I'm doing as soon as we stop recording now.
Yeah.
I'll even do it before I finish reading the third book on my list, because that's my other dirty secret.
Mm-hmm.
What comes in number 3 on my list, I'm only 2/3 of the way through at this point.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Tad, what are your 3 amazing new books this week?
So you know how well, in one of those crazy moments of synchronicity.
Yeah.
Like an hour or so after I recorded something with Jaime Hernandez for our secret project that people will see later this week.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just said that. I recorded something with Jaime Hernandez. It still gives me goosebumps. Recorded something with Jaime Hernandez. The digital version of Love and Rockets 14 dropped, so I got to read the new Love and Rockets right after. I
chatted with the man. I bet that was really surreal. It just being like, holy crap!
It was
just on with me.
But what made it even more surreal was tomorrow we're recording our comic strip club, and we're talking about Charles Schultz and Peanuts. And the first page of Jaime's story in this issue of Love and Rockets is just a diner sequence with Maggie and Hopi talking to each other. And I swear to God, the vibe that Hopi gives off is that she's Charlie Brown getting ready to try to kick the football and knowing that it won't be there.
Oh, wow.
He was totally channeling Charles Schultz.
Channeling, yeah.
So it's like half of my reading for the last month has been Peanuts stuff, getting ready for tomorrow. So I would have been reading Peanuts, but instead went, ooh, new Love and Rockets, must read that now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I felt like he was channeling some Charlie Brown. So, yes, it was a very surreal evening. It took me a while to come down.
That's awesome. Poor Kelly. She probably just heard an earful all night about it.
No, Kelly was aware enough of how that was going to be.
Yeah.
That she moved my CPAP into the guest bedroom while I was recording.
Oh, so you had to sleep alone.
so that I wouldn't be going nuts in the same bedroom as her.
That's hilarious.
It is, isn't it?
She does that loving. She does that lovingly.
My wife knows me well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was totally lovingly. It was with my permission.
Okay.
She didn't do it
She didn't just kick you out of the room.
Yeah, no. No. It was before the recording even happened. She's like, "So, what do you think of me?" Like, that's a very intelligent and forethoughtful idea.
That's hilarious.
So yeah,
we've got a few extra bedrooms
my
in our
second
house,
book,
but I've never slept in any other room besides my room.
Huh?
So I might have to. We've got a few extra bedrooms, and I'm in one of them right now, and I've never slept in here.
Does that mean that neither one of you snore or toss and turn very much, or does that mean that she just always leaves first?
Neither of us have left the room because of snoring. We usually wake the other one up, and we've never slept apart because of anger issues. So I don't know. The snoring one probably could happen at some point because we both are bad snorers. But anyway,
no. With us, it's occasionally snoring.
Yeah.
Occasionally when one of us is sick and the other isn't.
Yep.
Like a lot of the time during my concussion, I slept somewhere else.
Did you?
Because I was having so much more trouble sleeping extended periods of time. Kelly and I actually have like polar opposite sleep needs. I prefer to have some light, and she needs total darkness. I need sound, and she needs either silence or just white noise.
Okay.
So, I've managed to mostly get over the light thing.
Okay.
At least, most of the time. Not so much that I don't happily have a TV on or whatever if I'm not sleeping in the same room as her. But I sleep in headphones when I'm in the room with her so that I can have sound.
Same. I do the same thing.
I'll be listening to something or whatever. So
yeah. We give. Sorry, we got off on a tangent.
It's nothing to do with how we feel with each other. It has to do with like maximizing each of our sleeping abilities.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing is I can be wiggly in bed.
Yeah. We bought
see the way I sometimes like move around all over the place during the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll like tap on walls.
It's a good thing you got a headset mic because you're moving around. Your head now is always right there with your mic. So
yeah.
The headset mic really works.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I bet you our sound is way better now.
It's just it's different. It's different. It's better.
But yeah.
All right. So did you get to your second pick yet?
And we're confident enough in our relationship that we were able to go, hey. No, I have not.
Okay.
But I have reached out to them and we're working out a time to talk to them again.
Good.
Rich Dueck and Alex Carmack's Drive Like Hell. Oh my God, it was amazing.
It's good. It was my number 4. It was so close to number 3, but
I mean, Rich knows how to write for Alex, and Alex is just, I love Alex.
Is this their second or third book together? There's definitely their second. Fourth?
It's their fourth.
Oh, wow.
Because they had Road of Bones, Sea of Sorrows.
Sea of Sorrows. I didn't know the first one, though.
Breath of
Shadows.
Breath of Shadows.
Yeah.
So this is the first one without an of.
Yeah. But it's a 3-word
title. All the other
title.
3 are something of something.
Yeah, true.
This time.
It is 3 words, though. Drive Like Hell.
But yeah, no, you can, I mean, and this is one of the things that I love about Alex's art, whether he's working with John Lee's or Rich or anything I've seen him work on. You can tell when he's having fun.
Oh, yeah.
And particularly some of the like car sequences in this, you can tell he's having fun.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait to chat with him about it. He is so fun to talk to.
Yeah, we haven't lined it up yet, but it's out there. Rich has responded. We'll get it. We'll get it pinned down.
Okay.
Um,
Good deal.
Yeah, so damn good. And then my number three, I think for most of the world that didn't pre-order it straight from the publisher,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to show up in bookstores either next week or the week after. Um, but I got my copy of Miles Davis and the Search for Sound from Dave Chisholm. My God, is it beautiful?
That's awesome.
It's like Enter the Blue level beautiful.
Right.
With a nonfiction story, but a really cool one. I just got to the part where Miles met Jimi Hendrix. He went to Jimmy's hotel room and he knocked on the door, and some other guy opened it and he said, "Who the fuck are you? Where's Jimmy?" "Jimmy's asleep." "Go wake him up. Tell him to answer his own goddamn door."
That's hilarious.
But then they talked and they jammed together. I was actually listening to some of the recordings of it as I was making coffee, and my God, apparently there was talk of them forming a group together, and Jimmy wanted to get Paul McCartney on bass for
that would
it.
have been a crazy super group.
I'm sitting here thinking of a group anchored by Miles Davis, Paul McCartney, and Jimi Hendrix, and going, "Oh my God."
That would have been amazing.
So yeah, no, I'm not even done with it. I'll finish it probably before I go to sleep tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still my number 3 book. It knocks some great stuff off because Conan continues to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't even gotten to Firepower yet.
I didn't get to Dark Spaces yet. Was it good?
Distillery. I haven't gotten to Dark Spaces yet.
It's on my list.
I did get to Gone from Jock at Distillery. It was really good. The last issue of Lonesome Hunter's Wolfchild was really good.
Was it?
The last issue of Money Shot Comes Again was really good. Newburn number 12 was really good. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World number 10 was really good. Penguin and Wonder Woman, the Tom King double feature, were both amazing. What's the Furthest Place from Here number 15 was amazing. Star Trek number 13 was amazing. And there are like a half dozen books from this week that I still want to try to read.
Oh, I know. As I'm looking over your list, I'm going, oh, I got to read that yet. Oh, that's still on my list. Oh, the Penguin one.
Every one of them is one that I like. I mean, every time I have one of these honorable mentions lists that's this long, I'm sitting there going, am I overdoing it? And then I realize that there are like 3 superhero books on here.
Right.
A Star Wars book, a Star Trek book, and then just a ridiculous amount of awesomeness.
Yeah.
Rare Flavors number 2.
Oh, I forgot about Rare Flavors.
From Ram V and Philippe Andrade. Oh my God, it was great. Platinum Age of Comics. That's what we have right now. The Platinum Age of Comics.
You're definitely right. I mean, there's so much stuff out there. Like we're just drowning in stuff to read.
Yeah.
But anywho, our great.
And just think about all the corners of comics we don't really manage to talk about. We barely touch on European or Japanese comics.
Right. I mean, luckily,
we don't manage to get into webtoons that much. We don't manage to get into Instagram comics that much. We don't manage to get into it is
Instagram comics, huh?
There's lots of great Instagram comics.
Oh, webtoons, I'm familiar with,
but I don't manage to read as many of them as I'd like.
No.
Though, speaking of that, I decided not to put this on the list, but look what came finally.
What is it? Ted is pulling it out of the box.
We're doing an unboxing.
Yeah.
Audio unboxing.
He's doing it off camera, so I can't see it yet. Da-da-da! Is it a scroll?
Don't you remember that Ronald Wimberly took his vertical scroll Gratian
Yep.
Gratuitous Ninja and
Okay.
kickstarted it through Beehive
Yeah.
as the
Wow.
foldable scroll? It
Wow.
finally came today, or not today, yesterday. I had
Wow.
this and the Miles Davis on my porch last night. It was
It was a
just
wonderful evening, I suppose.
yes. But here, let me get it all the way out of the box, which I don't think I've even done yet, just so you can see what we're talking about here.
You haven't taken the whole thing out of the box.
Nope, this is the first time. And I
So,
guess they did split it up into a couple of different scrolls.
wow. That's hefty. Folded accordion style.
Yep.
Wow.
I think he divided it by chapter
Sure.
because we got number. Oh wait. Oh, that's even crazier. So I think you've got number one going this way, but then flip it over, and you have number two going this way.
Very cool.
So he uses both sides. Oh, that's totally awesome.
That's very cool. Sweet.
So yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
you're going to enjoy that, I'm sure.
Oh, I mean, I've already enjoyed it some,
Yeah.
but I didn't feel like I had the time to like give it its due.
Do.
So, and then it came with trading cards
Oh, nice. Very cool.
with like stats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I love. Oh,
What is it? You're at?
New
He's
York City
unfolding.
subway map.
A New York City subway map was included. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yep, yep.
Love the graphic nature of it, right? Just the graphic design itself is really cool.
Well, and everything is in English and Japanese
All right.
on the cards. But then I love on the box it says, "Attention, aesthetic value of Japanese copy for English speakers, likely a side effect of fetishized commodities and commodity fetishism." And on the other side, it says, "Caution, titillation by English copy, likely caused by a violation of perceived inviolable gap between hegemonic constructs of East and West."
Wow. Well, that looks fun.
So, yeah,
That's cool.
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, the box is even really cool. I didn't know what it was, just seeing the box.
I know.
Uh,
So, I knew that I was going to have to talk about it, but I decided that I wasn't going to make it one of my top three because, to be fair, I haven't read it this week.
yeah. I was just
And
say,
it wouldn't be a new read because I've read the
digital.
web comic,
Yeah.
you know.
Uh-huh.
So,
You know, the only web comic that I really got into was Questionable Content. Did you ever read that?
oh, I love questionable content.
Yeah, that was the one that
I'm way behind on it right now.
So am
but
I.
I love it.
I'm way behind because I decided to start over, and just
Yeah.
it was such a good story. But anyway, we'll get into that.
It
sometime.
is. It's a great story.
Our
That'll be something that's worth talking about at some point, and or reaching out to Jeff Jack
yeah,
and trying to talk to him
definitely worth
because
it.
I like that one.
I do too. But we this week
Yeah,
for
so many good comics.
I know. This week for our great responsibility, if we can get ourselves back on track, we read the Incal this week. I read
First half of it.
I read a majority of it, and so we're going to talk about the first half of it.
Yeah. I read all of it.
Yeah.
Tyler read the first 5 chapters.
Yeah.
Or 5 volumes.
Yeah.
Of 6. So we're gonna split it up 3 and 3. Today we'll talk about the Black Incal, the Luminous Incal, and what lies beneath.
The first thing that jumps out at me is I'd never heard of this before. But Mobius
Okay.
artwork. I'd never even heard of Mobius before.
No,
No,
you clearly don't actually listen to our heavy metal book club.
I don't. I have I have very little time to listen to the whole thing.
He's almost always the artist of at least one of our favorite stories.
Yeah, that's awesome. But
He was very regular in early heavy metal.
okay, that's awesome.
Jean Girard,
Jean Girard is his
by
name.
who went by Mobius for his sci-fi stuff.
Sure.
He actually did a Silver Surfer story with Stan Lee.
Oh, really? I could definitely tell that this style of artwork could be a Silver Surfer.
Yeah. It's
kind
on
of-
Marvel Unlimited.
What's that?
It's on Marvel Unlimited.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely check
He
it out.
was amazing. Stan was Stan.
Stan was
Older Stan, because it's like the 90s that they did this. Or that they did their Silver Surfer story.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Stan was a little bit better than Stan, but you know what I mean.
Yep. Stan was better than Stan in his heyday.
Right.
That's cool though. I could.
So, what'd you think of this world building?
It was definitely different. It took. I mean, right away it was slow going, because it is so
Yeah.
dense. You know what I mean? And I didn't know a thing going into it. I didn't read any background. I didn't ask you about what it was.
Right.
You just said it was sci-fi, and it was a
It
European,
is.
European
Very
guy.
much sci-fi.
Yeah.
I mean, in some ways, it's like Star Wars is sci-fi, where it's more science fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could
but
definitely
yeah.
see that. But I do really like the artwork. He's got really unique use of color throughout. The story, I haven't made up my mind yet about whether I actually like the story or not. I think it's going to require me some more.
I wind up liking it more every time I read it.
Okay.
But I still don't know if I fully understand why. Because it's kind of a chaotic story.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I mean, it jumps around a lot. Like right off the bat in the Black Inkle, we see a guy getting pitched over the edge of a bridge and
John
thrown.
DeFool,
Yeah. And
which, what a name. John DeFool.
the fool. Right before he hits the what is
It's
it?
the bottom.
Is it
He's snagged up by
Yeah, but what is it that he's falling into? Is it like acid? Or
like a acid
yeah.
slash
Well, anyway,
pollution.
so the guys that threw him over the edge, do a quick dive.
Yeah, it's a
pick him up.
futuristic society where they build upward, and the lower you are, the dirtier it is.
Very Star Wars like, right? When you think about Coruscant, or is that Coruscant that I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Where the city is built on top of itself. It's the entire planet
Well,
is
and
one
I-
big city.
And I think that it's like a symbiotic relationship, because like I want to say the original Star Wars came out before the Incal, but we don't actually really deal with Coruscant until
The prequels.
some of the extended universe.
Yeah.
And by then the Incal is old.
Yeah.
So I think that it both influenced Star Wars, or I think it was both influenced by Star Wars and
An influence of Star Wars.
in turn wound up influencing Star Wars.
Right. I agree.
Because the original
Look at these vehicles.
publication was from 1980 to 1985
Yeah.
in Metal or Lot.
Yeah. I mean, look at these vehicles that they're flying around in. These are directly, you see them in Star Wars Episode 2,
Right.
where
Well, but
Anakin.
episode 2 is after this.
I know. I know.
Right.
Because you definitely see the influence of this on those vehicles, like the speeders that Anakin's flying around in while Obi-Wan and him are
I don't
trying to track down that.
remember. I'm trying to remember exactly where it was. There was a ship that looked an awful lot like Slave One.
Yeah.
And I'm curious as to whether it came before or after Empire Strikes Back. Though probably after Empire Strikes Back, because again, it's
Empire was what, 81?
and that's when
80?
Empire came out.
When?
80.
80. Okay.
It came out in 1980. Is when Empire came out.
Yeah. So this would have been after that.
So I guess it would have to be based on, yeah.
I'm looking
But
for it right now.
the Black Ankle and the Luminous Ankle came out before Return of the Jedi did.
Correct. Wow. There's just so many similarities between the vehicles in this book and Star Wars stuff, and even Star Trek stuff too.
Yeah. No, it's
Oh, Tad, you're cutting out again. Wonder if
definitely
it's
very, very much Jodorowsky is. I said it's very in touch with movie sci-fi, which makes sense because Jodorowsky is actually a filmmaker first. He's a Chilean filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
That made best known for Chilean French avant-garde filmmaker, best known for his 1970s films El Topo and The Holy Mountain.
What years did those come out?
Holy Mountain came out. Look at this. Look at this cover. Look at this poster.
It's still coming. There we go. Okay, so the poster for the Holy Mountain, it reminds me of like a Jane's Addiction album cover, or something like that. It's cool.
But
it's really cool. I like the pyramid in the background, and
so it also kind of reminds me of the mountain we're going to get later in this, which obviously, it would be this. It would be the Holy Mountain. Uh, Influencing that, not the other way around, since the Holy Mountain came in 73.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
So I wonder where the.
But yeah, no, he really.
What?
Go ahead.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you cut out or if you stopped talking.
Go ahead. You wonder where?
Oh, I was just wondering where along the lines he decided to go into comic books from his movie making. I don't know much about the author at all. Alejandro Jodorowsky.
Yeah, I don't know a ton.
Yeah.
I mean, I essentially know Jodorowsky. I mostly know his Wikipedia page.
Mm-hmm.
And the occasional, various, story here, story there, introduction, uh, and I've read a fair number of his comics. And I'll say that I think what I have to say the most about his comics is that he clearly is tries to infuse his work with a lot of things, and sometimes I feel like it works better than others.
Mm-hmm. I can see
If
that.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Because there were definitely, and I could see that from story to story within the Black Inkle too. Whereas like sometimes it was a lot easier for me to read than other times. We talked a little bit before we started recording
Right.
how dense it is.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of panels on. I mean, there are a lot of pages that have a lot of panels. Other pages that are sparse. I mean that's kind of the beauty of Mobius. He knows when to give space.
yeah,
Um,
well, I just think it's like I love the characters that are introduced, right? Like the Meta Baron and
yeah,
Technopope. I just love the names.
Metabaron is a badass.
Yeah.
I love Kill Wolfhead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the sex scenes with that wolf creature was just
Um,
so crazy. I was like, what the hell are we watching? Bestiality here? Or not
Kill
watching, reading,
Wolfhead.
but
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, it
Yep.
was. So if you're into that, there's a
Um,
werewolf type character that gets it on with this lady. Oh, connection unstable again. Tad, are you froze?
well, and
Oh,
don't
there
forget
you go.
that she gets so wrapped up that she won't let John DeFool get her home, and her glamour only worked until midnight.
I know, and that's the thing you didn't know about that
You
up
know,
front. It's got a
you're
Cinderella type,
yeah, your Cinderella thing going on.
and I love that up front. Like we didn't know why he had to get her back by midnight, but you didn't expect her to turn on him either and refuse to leave. So
Right. Right.
no, it's really been an interesting read. I can't wait to finish it.
Um, and that's, I mean, I guess that's what I'll say overall is that it blends in some ways very human characters,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that they act predictably in crazy ass situations,
Right.
right up to and including John DeFool just being, continuously like, yeah, no, I want to be done with this. Let me go away.
Yeah.
No, 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 you need to save the universe. Why can't somebody else save the universe? Um, but then just like batshit crazy shit
It is. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just bizarre.
that they have
Is
to to deal with. And like this mix of science and mystical.
yeah,
Um,
like the Inkle
I don't
being
want
this.
to I don't want to get too deep into a couple of things because there's a couple of really big reveals in the part you haven't gotten to.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, no, I mean you've got this massive, you got the techno priests. I mean, right there you have the difference, that blend of science and mystical, but it's really, it's this idea that we've replaced religion with uh, science and technology, but then you have the Incal, which creates miracles, and you know
Yeah, it's a
um,
perfect blend. And then again, going back to the Star Wars thing, Star Wars does that too, where they incorporate a lot of religious overtones right onto their mythology and blends it well with the sci-fi aspect of outer space. And the Inkle, I don't know if you'd call it a dystopian world, but creating this universe, this Inkle universe, and then having objects that are similar to, like our real life modern day relics. I don't know if they're you consider modern
Right.
day, but Christian relics that people flood to go see. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, yeah, I can't wait to finish it and uh, see how it ends. I know I've gotten further than what we're talking about here, but um, I just, like I said, I'm not really 100% sure how I feel
Yeah,
about
I
the
don't know if I have
story.
the energy to do another one.
What's that?
Well, just that they're they're interesting.
They're interesting.
They're head twisting books.
Yes, exactly.
I think the more I read it once, the harder it becomes for me sometimes.
Oh, really?
Uh,
Just like, yeah, here we go.
yeah, just because it's like it breaks my brain in a good way. But
I don't want to say like it
yeah,
was too
I
hard.
recommend that we read the Wikipedia article before next.
Okay. I can't tell if
I mean, honestly, I think it's the type. Can't tell if what.
oh, there you go. If you and I are in sync or not. Your video is lagging, and then I hear your audio come through every so often, then it cuts out.
Lag between us.
There's a lag between us. All right, now I'm not sure if Tad can hear me at all. All right, sorry about the lag there. We seem to be back on track. When I minimized it and I was looking at my other screens, that's when
We think
things
so.
started going bad. So I'll stay off my
Gotcha.
I'll stay off my browsers while we finish
Gotcha.
up here. So 'cause I'm not sure if it's on my
Yeah,
end or what.
what I was saying is I feel like in some ways that this book is almost like the type of book that's designed to be like take half a semester and read some of the source material and you
I got that
know
impression too,
it
and
just
I don't I I'm a good reader, and this was a tough read. It's like
yeah.
is I don't know how to describe the reading level difficulty, but you definitely need to be a good reader to read this book, and otherwise you'll just be lost.
Yeah, no, it's not one that you hand to uh just anybody.
Right.
Uh but I mean to give you an idea, it Rolling Stone put it at number 30 on its list of 50 best non-superhero graphic novels.
Hmm.
Mark Millar called it quite simply one of the most perfect comics ever conceived and probably the most beautiful piece of graphic literature ever drawn.
Wow.
Uh, Anthony Paletta from the Los Angeles Review of Books considered that the Incal isn't only a parade of thrilling grotesqueries, it also has a spiritual core that reflects Jodorowsky's abiding idiosyncratic Buddhism. While Mobius's work is simply some of the most beautiful, not merely in his catalog, but in the comics world at large, he noted that the echoes of the Incal can also be found in the work of Hayao Miyazaki, Katsuhiro Otomo's Akira, the decaying futurity of Ridley Scott's Blade Runner, the Matrix, and even depictions of Coruscant in the Star Wars prequel
Oh
films.
wow. That's awesome that was in there.
Uh, Da- Daniel Calder at the Comics Journal noted that the drawing by Mobius in After the Inkle was of lesser ability, also saying Mobius was and always will be the man, but he was not the man for this story. So that's the After the Inkle, which Mobius only did part of. He
Oh,
left that one.
okay.
Um, oh, that's right. They sued Luc Besson for The Fifth Element, claiming that the film borrowed graphic and story elements from the Inkle,
I could see
but
that.
they lost their case in part because, in part, if I recall correctly, because Mobius had actually worked with Bassan on the Fifth Element, and therefore it was, well, did they steal, or was Mobius just involved in both of them?
There is that same flavor to the Fifth Element as this book. Now that you
Right.
say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. Cool. Well,
So,
I suppose we better move on to our
but
last
yeah,
segment because
no,
I have.
I definitely, hopefully, we'll manage to have a deeper conversation next week, as I've had more time to, as we both had more time to like digest it. What I didn't manage to do this week, and that I'll definitely do before next week, is go read some of the criticism. I feel like this is one that would also be fun to book club, because, um, particularly the deeper, more layered works,
Yeah.
I find when you have a group of people reading them and talking about them,
Mm-hmm.
you wind up getting to see more things because you saw something different than I saw, and Andy saw something different, blah, blah, blah. And when we talk about it, it's like, oh, now that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And I think this book could
because it
definitely
is
benefit from
beautiful.
being a book club book.
It is beautiful, and it's not like hard to get through because there's lots of words that are unnecessary.
No.
It's hard to get through because you have to synthesize a lot of words that are necessary but are also complex, with a lot of pictures that are also necessary, but I mean it.
And complex. Yeah, the drawings are not.
Yeah,
The drawings are
there
complex.
is a
The text is
lot going
complex.
on.
Yeah, and I think that's, and I'm struggling to not say that I don't like it because that's not the case. I'm
Right.
just absorbing it right now. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think I've said the person that I say this the most about is Chris Ware.
Yeah.
Uh, um, like I've I still haven't read all of his stuff, but a lot of the time when I'm reading Chris Ware, it's like I know I can see why people like this, I think, except that not quite, because I feel like I'm just like on the verge of going, why do people like this, to, oh my God, this is amazing. This is the best thing ever. But I don't know what I'm missing. It's keeping
I
me from going over that
that is like
edge.
I'm like that with so much music, with music stuff where I'm like
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
don't get why I don't get it.
Where I'm absolutely not willing to call it bad. I'm not even willing to call it not my cup of tea, because I have a feeling that it is my cup of tea, except that I haven't acquired the taste yet.
That's exactly right.
It's kind of like your first cup of coffee. You're like, ugh.
Yep.
Then somewhere down the line, it's like, yeah,
That
that's
hits
the
the spot.
stuff.
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna finish up the Incal
Oh,
and finish that up next week, and then yeah, who knows what's next? Oops, sorry about that.
we got some ideas. We'll
Yeah,
figure it out.
yeah. All right. So Tad, let's go on to our. I lost my screen here. Let's go on to our books. We hope will be spectacular next week. What are you looking forward to?
Well, I mean, we do have the ninth issue of Traveling to Mars,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is the penultimate issue. I think it's going to be 10.
Okay.
Can't remember. Might even be a whole 12. But we're definitely entering the final act. That I can tell. It's just been so good. And like that deadpan, satirical, bittersweet humor.
Right.
And I look forward to every issue. And then we've got Red Light number 1, the AI Red Light District,
Mm-hmm.
brought to us by Sarah Cho and Priscilla Petrades. And I think Priscilla Petrades is probably the perfect choice for the art on this. So I'm really looking forward to it. She somehow made me enjoy a book that's centered around masochism. So, I imagine she can handle making the AI Red Light District work too. And then really excited for, and I guess in some ways this is like, I threw it in the 3 spot, but it could just as easily be in the 1 spot.
Mm-hmm.
The Unlikely Story of Felix and Macabre, which I barely know anything about, except that it's written and lettered by Hassan Utsman El How and drawn by Juni Ba. So, yes, please.
Yeah, for sure.
There's some books I know are great. Canary #1, It's Jeff, the Jeff verse, and The Nasty #4 all come out next week. Canary was from Scott Snyder and Dan Panosian. It's the printing at Dark Horse of their Comixology series. It's Jeff, the Jeff verse is the 2nd season of the It's Jeff from the Marvel Unlimited Infinity series.
Yep.
From Kelly Thompson and Guri Huru about Jeff the Land Shark and his hilarious antics. I love Jeff.
It's just cute.
Right. And then we both loved The Nasty, and the reason it got to go on my books I know are spectacular was because I want to say it was on Labor Day.
Yep.
For 24 hours, they made the first 5 issues available free digitally. So I snagged that and got ahead. So yeah, and some great collections next week too. Bad Karma from Alex DeCampi and Ryan Howe. Breath of Shadows from Rich Dueck and Alex Cormack.
Nice.
If you're shopping for my Christmas, the hardcover deluxe edition of Jonna and the Impossible Monsters. Mariko Between Worlds from Matthew Ehrman and Liana Kangas. I love her art. And then I had to pre-order this just because this
what a great title.
Like such a book for Kelly and I. My Cat is Such a Weirdo, Volume 1, Tamako Tamagoyama from 7 Seas. Yeah, again, just.
And then this is so funny. If you wouldn't mind, your next section here, you've got some graphic novels. And the first one of graphic novels, also a cat title. Where did that come from?
Another cat from the kimono.
Yeah.
About a cat working its way back to its home in its master's kimono.
That's
from
awesome.
Nancy Pena at Humanoids.
The cat from the kimono.
Yeah. Courage to Dream, Stories of the Hopeful Holocaust from Neil Schusterman, or Stories of Hope in the Holocaust, not the Hopeful Holocaust.
I was going to say the Hopeful Holocaust.
Recording at night rather than morning.
Yeah.
Woo!
We're out of our element. We're out of our element.
Yeah. Whoa. Phil Hill, Nicholas Brutzman at Uncivilized. And I've actually read it already, Unended by Josh Baer at Uncivilized. So how about you?
Me?
Oh, you got a couple of books that I already talked about.
I am very much looking forward to The Nasty. It's John Leese's book about horror movies. And then Adam Cahoon is working with him on that. And then A Haunting on Mars, #1, looks really good from Zach Chapman and Rurieri Coleman from Scout. And then I really love Kelly Thompson's It's Jeff. So this is It's Jeff, the Jeff verse. I bought the last thing that came out from It's Jeff and just loved it. It's mostly a silent comic. I don't know if you'd say it's silent, but it's just fun. I don't know. Did I lose you, Ted?
I didn't hear most of what you said there, but I'm assuming that since we're recording on your end, that the recording picked it up.
It did. And I was just going to say, I think you froze. But Anywho, I was just about to say we should probably wrap it up because we keep losing each other here. So
Yeah. Yeah, this was our technical difficulty. We're allowed a disaster show every 100 shows or so, right?
sure. I don't know if I call it a disaster, but it just hasn't been going good. And I blame, you know what, I'm going to blame my stepson. He's in the room next door on his game, streaming and playing all his games.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so he's using up a lot of the bandwidth.
And I am not used to recording us at the same. He's usually sleeping when I'm recording, right?
Right,
But he's in the room next door right now, gaming away.
There we go.
And it just
There
hit
we
me
go.
that
We figured it out.
I bet that's him. So
We figured it out.
yeah.
I'm certain it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I'll be fine. I'll put it up.
certain
It'll be up
fine.
tomorrow. So
You'll make it sound good. You always do.
Make it sound
And if
pretty.
you don't, nobody tells me.
nobody tells you.
There's an advantage to the fact that we've only got a couple of listeners.
They're just happy to listen to us. They're like, I know those guys.
So
Good times.
Anyway.
All right, Tad. I will see you.
Yeah, talk to
in
you
a couple
later in the
days.
week.
Yep. So to all our listeners out there, we will catch you guys after the next page. Later. Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.